Hello, good evening, good morning, good night, wherever you are in the world. I just spent about 50 minutes or so talking to my coach, which I talk to once or twice a week about various different things, from my personal life, to my love life, to my business life. And I decided that I'm going to do a video for you. And what that video is going to be about is about mentoring. See, over the years, I've always had people in my corner. I've always had people to bounce ideas off, to guide me in the direction that I want to go, but I'm not quite sure how to get there. But in saying that, sometimes mentors are not always a good fit. I've had different mentors over the years that I've spent a lot of time with, and then I've got other mentors where I've spent a very little amount of time with. And the one that I was talking to my coach about today was one that I didn't really like very much, that I looked up to because he'd had a lot of success, but to be very frank, he was a fucking asshole. Like the biggest fucking asshole you've ever met. It feels so good to say that, actually. And the reason he was an asshole is because he had the innate ability to get people to take action and to do things, but the way he would do that was in a very negative and unhelpful way for the person. And I'm sure the majority of the time he did it because it pumped his ego up, pumped his chest up, made him feel good. But at the same time, he'd probably been taught by a mentor that that was the way to do things and that was the only way to do things. So he was simply just passing on the knowledge from handing it down from other people that had handed it to him. And I'll give you an example. One of the ways that he would do things is he would use what's called an away from value to drive someone forward. So he would find out what someone's pain was, and he's a very good copywriter for this reason. He understood marketing, and this is probably where a lot of this comes from. What he would do is he would understand the pain that a person would have, and then he would use that and he'd like poke at it. Every time he wanted to take an action in his pre-desired, in his pre-thought out direction. So what he would do is he would apply pressure, just like a masseuse would do in the pain points on your back or in your body. But he would do it consistently, and he would never actually give any positive reinforcement. You see, there's kind of two ways or two camps that you can make someone change or grow. You can positively help them see the problem, give them the tools and experience that they need to move past it, or you can belittle them and tell them that the problem is them and that they'll never change. And you can kind of see the psychology of the two. Both of these different ways or different views of getting someone to move forward get a result. One is a lasting result, another one is a very temporary or like a band-aid type result. So this one particular mentor that I'm telling you about, he was really into this whole use the pain to get someone to move forward. And what happens there is it creates fragmentation within your psychology, within your psyche. And it's probably five or 6 years since I've worked with him, and there's still patterns that I'm noticing that are inside my head that are doing certain things that I'm trying to do, or taking me in directions that I'm trying to go, but it's causing massive amounts of blocking. It's causing massive amounts of resistance, and it's really making me procrastinate. And for many of you that know me, I'm not really can't even say the word. I'm not really a procrastinator. I'm someone that just goes and gets shit done. I really push hard for stuff. So whenever I feel this procrastination coming on, it makes me kind of wonder and think, what is it that's really going on? And then I look inside. I look inside and I look to see what's actually going on. And I talk with my coach, my business coach or my personal coach, and I talk with one of them to work out what's actually happening here so that I can use strategy to move past it and clear it. And that's what's been happening today. There's a course that I've been meaning to create for about 2 weeks now. A course that I really strongly, in my heart, in my fucking heart and soul, and you can tell I feel so strongly about. But I've only been able to get it up to a point where it's just a document on a screen. I haven't recorded any of the training. I haven't created any of the pages. I haven't done any of the groundwork for it, and there's been so much resistance sitting there. Now, after the coaching call that I just spent some time working on, I've been able to get a strategy. because I was so close to this. And this is what also happens. Sometimes you just need an external person, whether it's a friend, a family member, someone, your loved one, your spouse. Sometimes you just need someone who's not close to the situation to look and go, hey, this is what's happening. You should probably look at that. And the job that I would challenge you to do is, rather than going, hey, fuck you, like how dare you say that, actually look at this thing that they're pointing to. Because they've got your best interests at heart. Well, at least I'd hope they do. And because they have your best interests at heart, they're giving you what they're seeing. So in getting this strategy, the strategy for me in this situation is to spend 5 minutes to sit down, whether I'm feeling it in my head or not, because I'm very emotionally driven and I'm very life purpose and heart driven. So if my heart is not in something in that moment, I won't work on it, because I don't want to show up at like 10% or 20%. I want to be 100% here for you. I want to be here 100% in every course, in every product that I create. So in those moments that I'm kind of feeling like, don't really feel that great, and I get stuck in that. So the first strategy that I was given was spend 5 minutes. 5 minutes just working on it without judgment. And the key is to grab the judgment and kind of put it over here. Just throw it at the wall, get rid of it. The key is to spend that 5 minutes working on it, whatever that task is that you've been putting off. And then after the 5 minutes, just trying to check in with yourself. If you still feel like shit, or if you still don't feel like your head's in the game, then stop doing it. Go watch some Netflix, go play a video game, go outside, go for a run, do something. But 90% of the time what actually happens is the story in your head is actually going, oh, I don't feel good, or I don't feel like I'm in the moment, or I don't feel up to this challenge. So you just never start it. And I've gone and done this a couple of times today, and then my coach has reinforced it on this call. That was the first thing he told me. I'm going to tell you the second thing in just a minute. And I've been able to really move through a lot of the resistance, a lot of the procrastination, because it's more often than not just that 5 minutes. It just getting the bike started, getting the engine started, and just moving a little bit is what is actually going to really propel you forward. The second thing is to look at whatever is holding you back, look at it deeply, and just allow yourself to feel the emotions. So I've spent a lot of the day just feeling the feelings that are going inside, because your emotional guidance system, it's talked about in The Secret, your emotional guidance system knows what's right for you. It knows what direction to send you in, and it knows how to get you there. So it's kind of, you can kind of give it a bit of credit and say, hey, it's kind of got this stuff figured out. It's been doing it since you were knee-high to a grasshopper. You were barely able to walk. So I've been feeling the emotions. I've been feeling all of the feelings that I haven't been wanting to feel, that I've been avoiding. And what's happened? They've cleared. They've cleared, and now I'm really clear and crystal fucking clear and ready to create this course. I'm ready to really kick it and knock it out of the park. So that's the two things I'm going to give you in this video. I really hope that you got a lot out of this, because I've enjoyed making it for you. And if you have any comments, please share them below. If you want me to elaborate on anything more, please share it below. And what would really mean a lot to me is if you have got value out of this, share it. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, show people this video, because it's really helped me today, and I'm sure it's already helping you. That's it.